So yes, people, what's happening? It's your boy Ozzy. I know it's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a long summer, World Cup and all that. Arsenal Premier League champions and all that. It seems like a distant memory for some people. You get me? But I am champion. I was embracing it the whole summer. You get me? 22 years is a long time, man. You'd think man was serving a prison sentence. You know what I'm saying? You get me? But it was a good summer. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal winning the league just made my whole summer, you know what I'm saying? But the Premier League is back, people. We've had the first week of the Premier League and it's been exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are excited for the football to be back. You know, a lot of new managers this season, a lot of teams getting new managers, a lot of shake-ups, a lot of players moving teams and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be exciting. The transfer window is not over. But we're going to speak about what's happened in the first week, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I've got to start with Arsenal. Now, in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, Premier League champions, people saying, calm down, we won the league, we're the best team, whatnot, this, that, the other. What I wanted personally was for Arsenal to kick on, to like emphasize, you know what, it's our time, we're going to dominate. And what I wanted was a big signing. I know we signed Bruno Guimaraes. It's a good signing. For me, it's a bit, how do you say, a little bit late. I would have liked him, 1, 2 years earlier, precisely. You know what I'm saying? I think we would have got a lot more out of him. But nevertheless, it's a good signing. The Zolius signing, he's a good player. What I've seen with him, he does the basics good. You know what I'm saying? He'll get the ball and he'll try to make something happen. He's not a world beater in the sense of he's gonna run past players, dribble past players, beat his man one on one. He might do that here and there, but obviously he's not really that kind of, how do you say, them skillful players that will, kind of get you off your feet per se. What he'll do, he'll get the ball and try and make something happen. Try to do at least the basics right. Of all right, oh, cool. I'll get to the byline. I'll try and put a cross in, and he's done that well. You know what I'm saying? He puts the ball in the box instead of some of our old wingers like Madueke, like Martinelli. They have the speed, but then when it comes to at least even putting a ball in the box, sometimes they can't even do that. You know what I mean? So in terms of the signing, the money, do you know what? I don't think you can complain too much. The millionaire keeper, I don't care about that, to be honest. Yeah, that don't make sense to me, to be honest. I mean, it's it's one or the other, in it. Kepa or millionaire, I don't know who's worse, to be honest. It's one of them ones. Um, yeah. Obviously, we just got Konsa over the line with the sleeper injury. Konsa is not of the level of Saliba. We will have to make sure of that. But if he comes in and Saliba potentially sits out the whole of the season, which probably is what's going to happen, and we win the league, he helps us retain the league. No one's going to care about him. All the price tag 50 million. I mean, these days 50 million is nothing. 50 million gets you a bang average player, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? To get a very good player for 50 million in this market, you have to be very smart. You know what I'm saying? You have to find them kind of hidden gems like that. What's that player that was very good, man? Sengare, I think it was from Lons. Um, I think yeah, Brentford signed him if I'm correct, 39 million. I mean, he looks a player, man. When you see like other DMs going for 80 million, midfielders going for 80 million, 100 million, like Elliot Anderson going for 116 million, for me, that's way too much. He's a 50, 60 man player in this market. Um, and for me personally, I would say Man City is overpaid for him. Um, but yeah, in terms of Arsenal, the constant signing, it's good signing. If he sits there, helps us. with that kind of right side centre back and covers Ben White here and there with the rotation of Mosquera. And if we retain the league and do well, yeah, cool. No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, we signed another defender. Arteta loves a flipping defender. I don't know how many that is now, 12, 14, whatever it is. He just loves a centre back that can play right back or left back. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'm not really too bothered by that. To be honest, I would love another attacker. The only way I kind of see that happening is if Martinelli goes. I'd be very happy for Martinelli to go for 60 million. I'm sorry, you run your course here. You've been here, got like, what is it, since you was 17, 18. You come with a lot of promise. I remember watching Martinelli live under Emery, and I thought, yeah, we got a gem on our hands. Unfortunately, I don't. It's just a confidence thing, and obviously Arteta's focus is more on the defensive side. So in terms of even what qualities Martinelli has to flourish in an attacking sense, it doesn't really get shown. For me, I would personally like Martinelli as a striker, running through the middle with pace. That's where he should be. As a winger, yeah, I just don't see that as properly his most natural position, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, he does the defensive work very good, but you're a winger, you're an attacker. You're not defensive. You shouldn't be defensively minded when you're an attacker. And he's so defensively minded. Like that guy, in terms of being defensive, he's very good. He's almost like it's like playing two left backs or a left back and a left wing back almost at times with Martinelli. Yeah, if he goes for 60 million, no complaints for me. Obviously we need to get rid of some of the deadwood. I don't know why Fabio Vieira is still here. I don't know why Reece Nelson is still here. Gabriel Jesus, I know he's on stupid wages, 265 a week. I mean, it's one of them ones, if you keep a hold of him, it's going to cost you about 14, 15 million just in wages. So take about 10, 15 million for him and just get him off, man. Get him off the book. It's not worth it keeping him. I mean, in terms of the centre forward, obviously we got Havertz, Gyökeres, Moreno could even play there. And to be honest, I'd rather Moreno over Jesus right now, even though the guy's technically a midfielder. But Moreno's like one of those, how do you say, as Havertz was technically allegedly a midfielder, but the guy is never good in midfield as a number 10 or wherever position in midfield. So the best way to get out of him, and you're not even going to get much out of him, is playing up front. So yeah, Jesus has got to go. Reece Nelson's got to go. Fabio Reyes got to go. Yeah, those three players need to get off here. That's about, obviously, that's a good, 300 plus K off the books. Yeah, these players have just lasted too long, and yeah, Arteta's done some stupidness in terms of keeping him and putting him on these higher wages. Reece Nelson signing again for 100 million. Like, why? Why did we should have just let him go? We're gonna end up letting him go for free properly anyway. West Ham are saying they want to offer him 3 million. Like, what's 3 million? 3 million covers like a player's wages for what, 2, 3 months, if that, depending on how much they're getting paid. It's neither here or there. Fabio Vieira, I mean, this guy, we signed him for 34 million. We can't even seem to get half of him back. There was a clause in his loan with Hamburg. I think it was 17 or 19 million. They want to offer like 10, maybe even less than that. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? You get Chelsea and these other youngsters from what I've not even heard of for nothing, 20 million, 30 million. We're getting players that have even like featured for us or other teams, and we can't even get 10 million, 15 million. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy with Arsenal selling players. We've never been good at it, to be honest. Um, but yeah, and then in terms of Arsenal, the obviously people are very excited with the Community Shield. Community Shield is not here. There's a. it's called a community shield for a reason. It's not called a cup or a trophy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really. I take that game with a pinch of salt. It's a good performance. Man City didn't do well. Or there was a lot of ooh ah about Odegaard. Odegaard's been crap for 2 years. He hasn't been good. I mean, the guy's a number 10. What does a number 10 to? A number 10 is meant to get the ball and create attacking play. You know, create phases in play by playing through balls or creating chances. He doesn't do that great. He holds on the ball too long. He sometimes pass sideways, doesn't release the ball quick enough. We saw glimpses of like what he could do when he's on it. Hopefully that happens this season because he's not going nowhere. He would be a player that I would happily get rid of if a 60 million bid came in. Yeah, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, but he's staying. So hopefully we could see the best out of him because he's on 240k and he's not produced the goods for 2 years. Yeah, it's just not good enough with Odegaard. First week, first game of the season against Coventry. Obviously, Coventry Championship team. It's easy win, 3-0 win. Also didn't have to do much. Played and kind of coasted through. Um, yeah, I think the man of the match with me was Skelly and Zolis. Between one of them, you can kind of obviously make an argument for both of them. Very good. Skelly, yeah, that's his position, man. Left eight. Guy's very good at it. Hopefully, he can hold down that position for many years to come. Zolis was very good, like I said before, he just does the basics of what he needs to do very well. But again, you could already see Arteta's getting his claws into him with him tracking back and doing the defensive work. You know what I'm saying? But at least the guy gets the ball, and if he gets the chance, he'll pass it in the box. He'll try to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to get the assist, and he's done that. To be honest, he's been great so far, and long may it continue. The other thing is like I want to mention the game. You know that goal that Havertz scored. That's where you need to be. Sometimes Zolis is there or the wingers are there with the ball, and he's still near the halfway line. Bro, you're a striker, man. Sometimes the guy plays as a DM. Sometimes he's trying to help out the team defensive, but yeah, I get it. When you're attacking, bro, you gotta focus more on being in the positions to score because it's all well being there now and again, but brother, you've had over 160 games in the Premier League. You've scored about 40, 44 goals. It's not good enough. You never. I mean, I don't want this player here, but he's here, innit? So I'm not going to be like, oh, why is he here? Why is he a striker? Blah, blah, blah. Just have to kind of deal with it. Yeah, but overall, it was a good performance. Um, yeah, I mean, defensively, didn't really have to kind of do much. Coventry didn't trouble us. Obviously, it's not a game based that will give you a metric that you could judge Arsenal on. Professional performance got the job done. 3 points. Some good performances, like I said, Skelly, Zolis. They're done very well. Odegaard got a goal. Obviously, Saka scored. Saka and Rice coming back early. I'm not really kind of happy with that. These guys have played, ridiculous amount of minutes. Hopefully, we can manage their minutes well with the rotations. Arteta needs to kind of rotate a lot more this season, especially with Rice and Saka to get the best out of them. Man, these guys have played a lot of games and not had enough rest. So if we can manage their minutes well, and with Arteta hopefully rotating the squad in a good sense. Like there was games before where I'm saying, you're 3-0 up, you're 4-0 up, wherever, and the guys coming on in cup games or Carabao games. Like, why? Just give these guys rest. You don't need to play them in those games. With Saka, again, for me, if he doesn't kick on this season, there's going to be question marks about him, whether he's worthy of staying at Arsenal or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, star boy and all that. Listen, you're a grown man now. I know you've carried Arsenal on your back. Sometimes we're grateful for that. But I can't really hold that sentiment any longer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he's a academy boy making Arsenal stuff, brother. You're on 300 grand a week. That's enough. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play as and perform as the highest paid player in this Arsenal team. And if you can't produce those performances any longer, then obviously questions will be asked whether you should be here or not. So let's see how he gets on this season. Him and Odegaard, I think, if they don't produce the good this season, they need to go. They need to go because Saka wasn't good last season. Odegaard hasn't been good for 2 years. But let's see what happens. Collectively, as things stand in the Premier League, obviously, like I mentioned, a lot of managerial changes and whatnot. Obviously, Arsenal look best equipped to retain the title. And that's my expectation. Retain the title. Second, third, whatever, this, that, the other. The only way I would not be happy retaining the title is we go and win the Champions League. I need to get over that hoodoo of not winning the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? We got to the final last year, penalties and one. Listen, we still didn't win it. It was a lousy performance. How do you go 1-0 up in the thing and then park the bus? It's not like he was down to 10 men, you know what I'm saying? And taking it, yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm still not kind of, when I think about that one, it still kind of, doesn't hit well, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully and essentially, if you said retain the Premier League or get the Champions League, I would choose the Champions League. And a lot of people will say, retain the Premier League because it's hard. I know other teams have done it, but I need to get my hands on this Champions League trophy. A club as big as Arsenal getting not winning a single Champions League, only being to the final twice, is actually ridiculous for a club like Arsenal. But anyway, I expect us. I expect Arsenal to retain the Premier League this season. We look the best equipped. We look the most together team and whatnot. It's not like other teams. They need to, you know, find out how the manager wants them to play and then connect with these new players coming in and adapting to the style of play the manager wants them to play, and then obviously creating those partnerships with the players on the pitch and whatnot. So yeah, in that sense, Arsenal should retain it. Let's move on to City. Now, City now have lost Pep. Thankfully, he's gone because that guy honestly had the Premier League in a chokehold for many years. I mean, the guy's won 6 Premier Leagues in 10 years, 20 trophies in 10 years. It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gone. Escomeska's come in. And City look like they're learning how to play again. Um, Yeah, they're not looking good. They're not looking good. It's like you've just kind of brought a team of players and they're learning how to play. Yeah, it's like when you're watching City, you're so used to like seeing them with the gen press. They're pressing teams in the box, trying to keep you in your own half. With City so far, in terms of the two games they played, it's not really looking great. It's not looking like the City that we're used to seeing. Obviously, the community performance, they were very bad. The game that they played this weekend, I mean, they just managed to kind of escape through. I think if Turkey doesn't play for them, yeah, it's going to be a problem because he's the only one that seems to be able to create anything in terms of scoring chances. I mean, he gave the 2 assists for the 2 goals. Obviously, they scored in the 91st minute. They just scraped it. Um, yeah, I still expect City to kind of be in there, but I don't think City will blow teams away in that sense. Um, yeah, their midfield is looking a bit bit sus, to be honest. I know they're getting the Moroccan player Budadi, um, and it looks like Enzo is gonna end up also being a City player, and they will get rid of Nico Gonzalez to Newcastle. Obviously, Salvini's gone to Tottenham. See, the thing is with City, when they buy these players and they don't fit in well, yeah, they're gone and they get good money for them. We can't do that. We hold on to them like this Fabio Vieira, this Nelson, and all of that, and then we put them on big wages. We can't even get 10, 20 million, while Savina's getting 85 million. I mean, how many goals has he scored? I, I think, was it one Premier League goal or something ridiculous like that? I don't even know, to be honest. Um, you know what I'm saying? This Nico Gonzalez, he came in, everyone was saying he's like a baby Rodri, and then he fell apart. The guy wasn't even featuring again. He's going for about, 45, 50 million. Yeah, they're able to get rid of the players that they surpass requirements for good wages. So obviously that money will go towards um obviously Bodadi and uh yeah, looks like Enzo will Fernandez will be coming in. And then we'll see how that midfield kind of shapes up, because at the moment Elliot Anderson just looks like he's just not being able to do anything in that midfield at the moment. His ball retention was not very good. But I still expect City to be up there, to be honest. But we'll see. They might capitulate. Who knows? It's early doors. There's a lot of football to be played. Moving on to Liverpool. Liverpool. I mean, again, new manager. Um, my issue with Liverpool's defensively, man. They're just not good at defensively. I mean, they don't really have an out and out holding midfielder. They don't really have a number six like that. Again, Van Dijk. I mean, Van Dijk, come on, the guy's been very good for years, but he's just not yet. What is he, 33 now? I know they got that Araujo guy from Barcelona. That guy is just sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That guy has no in between. That guy has no like a 5 out of 10, a 6 out. He's either good or he's bad. Obviously, for Liverpool's sake, they would expect him to be more good than bad, but that would be the problem with Liverpool defensively. There's question marks over that. I mean, the other thing is when they played against Newcastle, they kind of got into good positions, but it's like when they're trying to put in balls into the box for Isaac, the crosses were shit. They were dead. You know what I'm saying? They just couldn't get those right crosses in for them to create those like out and out scoring chances. Isaac looks like he's not sharp, and that's to be expected. I mean, the guy's not played football for a very long time. But if Liverpool are to do anything this season, they need him to get up to speed ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Um, with Chelsea spent the big money on Morgan Rogers. He done well. We scored yesterday. Palmer looks back again, but again, Chelsea are a very top heavy team. Pause. Again, I've been saying it for a long time with that defense and that keeper. Oh Lord, that keeper, man, what a bozo! That guy is a big bozo. He will cost them. See, for Chelsea to win games, it's gonna have to be like 3-2s, 4-2s, 4-3s, 5-3s. They're gonna have to outscore the other team because they will concede a lot of chances with that defense. Alonso tried to obviously kind of do the five at the back. Yeah, and obviously they got Lacroix back in defense and whatnot. Yeah, it's yeah, that defense and that keeper, man. You're not doing anything with that, to be honest. Um, in terms of Man United obviously now we're saying they're going to give 3 games a week. They've signed 2 players. They haven't spent the money, but again, their defense is just not good. I mean, how you still got Luke Short there and other players, and there's always players not fit. They're trying to, it's always they're chopping, changing the centre backs, and again they've lost Casemiro, so them not having a defensive midfielder and trying to play Tielemans and Andre Santos, them guys are not good defensively, man. I mean, again, they've been done by two set pieces against Hull City. It's just not good enough. It's just poor. It's just poor in that sense. Um, they definitely needed number six to replace Casemiro, and they kind of, to be honest, they need a left back, man. They need a left back, to be honest, with Man United in that sense. But I think the biggest losers in this week is Aston Villa. I don't know what's going on with them. They lost their spine. I mean, Tillemans is gone, Conser is gone, Rogers is gone. Looks like maybe Ollie Watkins will be gone, and he's going to be a big loss because he's their talisman. If he goes, I know they're thinking about getting Mateta if it happens. If it doesn't, we'll wait to see. But I expect them to be the biggest kind of. They'll have the biggest drop off this season. Um, I mean, if they end up in a Europa League position, if they manage to get it, I mean, it'll be a good season for them, maybe. And obviously, what Emery does in the Europa League. The guy's won it once it 5 times now, whatever it is. He's a Europa League master. With Aston Villa, be happy with that. I don't know, considering they won it last year, and obviously they're playing Champions League football. I think they will suffer in that sense. They've had to sell like a lot of their good players. Obviously Tielemans and Rogers were were the guys in midfield, especially Rogers chipping in with the goals. Conser, he's the one of their first kind of team centre backs. And for Ollie Watkins goes, that's going to be a lot of goals kind of missing from their talisman. So I expect to drop off for Villa to be probably the biggest out of all the teams in the top six. And last but not least, Tottenham. I mean, all the money they're spending, these Tottenham fans getting excited. Oh, we signed Tonali. Oh, we signed Fernandez. Oh, we signed this guy. Yeah, listen, Tottenham is Tottenham, man. I mean, these guys were playing like they're social distancing. To be honest, man, I don't know what was. Yeah, they're just Brentford tore them apart. It's always good when Man United and Tottenham lose. Yeah, you lot can sign Tonali, Savino, whoever, Gakpo, this, that, the other. You will be shit and will always be shit. I mean, how the hell you have 11 players on the field and look like you're trying to social distance? Make it make sense, you know what I'm saying? They got ran through. They just opened the gates and said, listen, yeah, whatever, man, score 3, 4, 5. I mean, they even let Brentford miss a penalty and it didn't account for anything. It was bad. Yeah, I mean, what's his Tonali and I don't know if yeah, he just looks like he's not with it, to be honest. I don't know why he left. I don't know why he left, to be honest. It doesn't make sense for me. 100 million spent, and the guy goes into that midfield, and he just looks like I don't know, man. He just doesn't look it. I mean, with Tottenham, obviously their attack is non-existent. Their attack is non-existent. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you can spend all that money, but if you can't score goals, then what's the point? What is the point? Um, but yeah, like I said, well, that's the first week of the Premier League, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good week. It's been entertaining. Like I said, as for me personally, when Tottenham Man United lose, hold that, and it's gonna be a good week ahead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, I'm back. Hopefully, I'll be doing more content. Hopefully, I'll be trying to do more lives and whatnot, post more match reaction reviews and whatnot. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video. Until next time, we are gone.